Loud here.
Let's stop killing one another.
Hey, wrong.
Don't talk to her like that. She's somebody's mother. Don't hit him in the back like him. There is no other. My people, don't you wanna live?
You said we live?
Don't you wanna live? Let's stop killing ourselves.
No.
We keep up this killing, there'll be none of us left. Share more love and take the drugs off the shelf. My people, don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna live? Oh, we are original kings and queens. Living is given, if you know what I mean. Don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die. Can't you see Jah wants us to live? Oh, let's stop killing one another. Don't talk to her like that. She's somebody's mother. Don't hit him in his back. He's your brother. My people, don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna
Tag team.
We are original kings and queens. Living is given, if you know what I mean. Don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die. Can't you see Jah wants us to live? So let's stop killing one another.
That's right.
Don't talk to her like that.
Living the day.
Yeah.
Us living. You know?
Don't hit it.
We'll start with us. And then we go with everybody else. Alright.
Living.
That's right, living.
All this is about living. That's my top list today. And look, he's singing it.
That's
I'm
right.
not kidding. Living unlike Darius, man.
So what we'll do,
Life is your blood.
we'll go from living the love
Living
and the song. That's how we'll do it. We hit one copy, do the song, alright? Let's stop the kill.
Well, then we go from 2 to 8, all right?
Let's stop the raping. Let's stop the stealing.
Dr.
Let's
Butler
stop the stroke.
on the song Good with the
Each other's broken. Don't you wanna live? Don't you wanna live? Oh, let's stop. Let's stop the killing. Oh, let's stop the killing. Don't you wanna live? We know that somebody's mother. We know that somebody's child. We know that somebody's mother. We know that somebody's smile. We are original kings and queens. Living is given, if you know what I mean. Don't let death come by surprise. Our babies don't wanna die.
All right, good morning, and peace in the morning. This is Darius Stanton here, live at www.elifemedia.net. Check us out this morning. We are talking about let's stop killing one another, and that was none other than the Queen herself, with the Royal Court Orchestra. Good morning, peace and love, Queen.
Peace and love, earth blessings. Thank you. Love you, Darius.
No doubt, no doubt.
Love
about
you,
it.
Messiah.
Love you, Messiah. Hey, we're here live, so make sure you send it to your friends because we are talking live. I'm sending it out to people right now so they can join us directly on elifemedia.net. Send it to your friends. That's where we are. That's what we're pushing. That's what we're promoting because we want to live.
That's right.
We're going to talk about cosmic forces. We're going to talk about the light that makes us live. We're going to talk about the energy and the sun. We're going to talk about those things, the foods that we need to eat and drink to make us live. Our minds.
Our bloodline. Our blood.
That's right. So we want to make sure you understand it. So, here at the Peace in the Morning show, we are always focused on asset-based communications. And even when we, myself or anybody else on the show, dips on the other side, we bring us right on back.
Right. It's so beautiful to do that because sometimes we do get a little ill when we see things, headlines of so many of our people going through so much trauma.
Oh my goodness.
And still we have to remember that we have the power to lift each other up. And that's the important thing to do. Just keep lifting up. There's a lot going on, but we can create positivity. Be positive, be creative, and create positivity. I love that dynamic way you have of just peace and love in the morning. Win, win, win. Pump, pump, pump it up.
That's right, you gotta be all pumped up and ready to go. Pumped up and ready to go. Win, win, win.
Win, win, win. I love that.
That's
Darius.
right, no doubt about it. So we are without our good brother Delegate Darrell Barnes this morning, and Lady Karan has been on the road for 3 weeks straight. But we are definitely glad that they're doing well, and we send them our best. This morning we want to share a story that actually broke, I believe, last week. But it is an exciting time for the folks at North Carolina A&T. North Carolina A&T was just awarded by the State House new full ride scholarships, which means that there's a scholarship program set up for North Carolina A&T and North Carolina Central, where the State House legislature put together a program for both of those universities to receive something called the Shelton Ham White Scholarships, which will be afforded for the very first time in the incoming fall season. Both schools will receive 20 full scholarships, which includes tuition, students' fees, room and board, laptop, computers, supplies, travel expenses, even for summer experiences, which will include travel abroad for a grand total of $75,000.
Woo! That's happening.
Each year.
That's a great ride, everybody. That is a great ride. And when you talk about that, the first thing that comes to my mind is I come from a counselor, a very good friend and comrade, I would say, who lifted me up years ago, and you too when you were born.
Oh, no doubt.
Cecil C. Burton. Cecil C. Burton was alumni of A&T.
North Carolina A&T, that's right.
That's right.
Mr. Burton was truly.
He was a beautiful man, lived in Arundel on the Bay, fortified a lot of people in Annapolis.
And Arundel County throughout the state of Maryland.
Vince Leggett, Cheryl, what's Cheryl's name? Janice Hayes. All of them know about Mr. Burton. All of them learned from Mr. Burton. All of them are partially successful today because of Mr. Burton's teachings.
We call them Burtonites. That's what we call them.
Oh, Burtonites. Okay,
that's
I'm a
right.
Burtonite.
No doubt about it. But so the scholarships, which now, as I said, they'll receive 20 this year, but each year until they eventually get up to 80 scholarships on campus. A full ride, $75,000 each year. Now, this is the key. How do you get one? You have to maintain a straight A average in high school. At least 1280 on the SAT or 28 on the ACT, roughly in the 90 percentile. Scholars also must be committed to service and be heavily involved in extracurricular activities. So some people say, well, wow, that's hard, to get straight A's in high school. Well, if you know that your child can go to school at one of the best schools in the country, which A&T is, definitely for engineering and agriculture, then you need to prepare them. You need to get them ready. And what do we always say? Something that comes out of the mouth of Queen, a successful summer breeds a successful life.
That's right.
So during the summer, while you're thinking about where to send your child for the summer camps, summer programs, send them to school. get them prepared, make sure that they're in a position to be successful academically, so that they're able to take all of their skills, talents, and resources to the next level. And make sure that it starts where?
In the home.
In the home.
In the home.
You know,
right.
so we really want that to be the focus. So today, you know, we have a very serious topic. A very serious topic. We're going to be as asset-based as we possibly can. But unfortunately, with all the other things that are going on, and I'm going to set the stage for you. There was the recent decision in Minnesota where the police officer pulled over a black male, his wife, girlfriend, and their child in the back seat for a brake light. When the officer pulled him over, he asked the gentleman for his license and registration, and the gentleman in the car explained that I have a gun in the car. You could hear this on videos being played all over the place. Well, you're probably familiar with the story. The guy's telling him, stop, stop, stop. The police officer opens fire. The other police officer on the other side runs to get out of the way, and then comes back to the car to help take the child out of the car. It went to court. They found the officer not guilty, and this man was killed in front of his child and his girlfriend or wife while she was recording the entire incident, and he was let go. Now, after first of all, he got killed. After he told the officer that he had a gun in the car that was registered, the officer still opened fire and killed him. He got released. He got let off. The court decided, the jury decided that he should not be convicted of a crime. The prosecutor, a number of folks said in the legal community that the prosecutor did an excellent job with this, presenting this case. Now, one of the things that transpired was, after it was all said and done, the case had been decided, the state of Minnesota then released another version of the camera shot from the car, which showed even more of what transpired, even more of the conversation and the communication. Why would they show that again? Now, this is what I have, come to determine is, you would only show that again if you wanted to play fear into people. If you wanted to create some type of animosity, because it's already done, the case has already been decided. Now, full disclosure, yes, you want to be transparent, yes, but the decision has been made. It's nothing else that's going to be done unless they retry the case, and it can be done in civil court, but definitely not in the criminal court. And so as a result of that, I want us to understand something. Everywhere we are throughout the United States, in major urban areas, African American males, we're killing each other. Throughout different parts of the world, in Jamaica, in different islands, we're killing each other. In Africa, we're killing each other. Now, there are a lot of conditions that bring about this. There's lead water, there's lead in the pipes, there's fluoride.
Chemicals in the food, GMO.
Chemicals in the food. There are a number of alcohol. There's another alcohol fetal syndrome. All these things contribute to violence. They contribute to a lack of attention. They contribute to depression. They contribute to all the things that would make people violent.
In addition to that, add that these things are concentrated in black communities. Most often, the poorest foods are in the black communities, forced vaccinations in black communities, poverty-stricken homes in black communities, lack of education and resources, mainly in black communities, foods that are deadly to the health and to the ground, to the earth, are in normally black communities and then spread abroad.
So then let me tell you one place where African Americans are, where they're not killing each other. I'm not telling you just something I've heard. You can look it up and research it, but I've been there. And that's Cuba. Cuba is a country where they do not have guns on the street. So people fault Cuba for a lot of things, They paint a lot of pictures of Cuba being a communist country and a number of different symbolisms and things that they put, stereotypes that they put on the country. However, the fact is that in the country of Cuba, there are not guns on the street. And as a result of that, and they're not killing each other. The other things that I mentioned are not high factors. The other things that the Queen mentioned are not high factors. They're not a great deal of alcohol, liquor stores on every corner, which is what you see if you do the research. Everywhere there's a liquor store in Baltimore City, high concentration of liquor stores. We have 2 or 3 liquor stores on one corner, one intersection. Then you have a high concentration of homicides and shootings. It's the same place all over the country. There's a direct correlation between alcohol and homicides, alcohol and violence, alcohol and domestic violence, domestic abuse. So when you look at that, then you have to ask yourself a key question in our communities. Why is it that we would promote our leaders? Why would we promote alcohol? So now I want to shift the conversation. We understand some of the dynamics that are in place that are causing this violence. But the reality is, it's up to us. Because at the end of the day, at the top of the day, we're responsible for ourselves. Sure, there are tons of messages. The media, we African Americans watch more television than any other group in America. And we don't even make up 25% of America, but we watch more television.
Or the people on the TV.
Or the people on television, but we watch it more than any other group. And so, again, we have to ask ourselves the question. If we're watching television, which is feeding us a great deal of negative images, a great deal of content that is persuading us to go out and buy, because TV is a market. It's an advertising machine. That's what it's based on. TV shows only get produced when they have advertisers to pay for the shows. That's how the artists get paid, that's how the producers get paid, that's how the writers get paid, that's how the cameramen, everybody gets paid off of the sales of the advertisement. So the advertisement drives that business. Be that as it may, it is our responsibility to make sure that we stay alive. It is our responsibility to make sure that we stay free. And when I say free, I'm speaking of incarceration that's tied to the violence, to the substance abuse and drugs. And so in our community, it's important for us to realize it, to take a step back and do some self-actualization, to understand what's really going on with us. And the next step, sure, there should be other people, because African Americans, black people around the world, people of African descent, are human beings first. And the reality is we all belong to the human family, which its origin is in the continent of Africa, actually, which was initially Asia, and we're Asiatic people. And so we must be very mindful of the fact that human beings, period, whatever color you are, should be appalled by the fact that people are killing one another. Now, I want to make this point because I think this often gets missed in the conversation around racial killings, all right, that are within the race. Black people kill black people more than anybody else. White people kill more white people than anybody else. It's not a case. Mexicans. Exactly. It's not a case where African Americans kill more whites. It's not a case where Latinos kill more blacks. The case is inside of people's races, they kill one another. And so, as a result of that, I want us to be able to understand that we should first deal with the race and working on stopping us from killing each other, but then other races should be appalled at the fact that we're killing each other.
Yeah.
Now, we will get to the police and the fact that people are paid to protect and serve, and some of them are abusing that. You have a lot of wonderful police. We have family members that are police officers that really care and genuine. You have people who go out of their lives, risk their lives every day to help all kinds and all colors of people. But you have bad police officers like you have bad people, point blank. And anyone who's willing to stand up and support everybody blanketly is not in a good position to really have an argument. However, we're not going down that road today. We're focusing on what can we do to live. And your song said, let's stop killing one another. So the solution, how do we live? If you want to talk to us and add to this conversation, give us a call at 240-455-5934. Let's stop killing one another. And as a matter of fact, asset-based communications, let's start loving one another. Let's start living. How do we live, Queen?
We live by changing the way we see things, changing the way we do things, paying attention to and looking in the mirror and asking ourselves, is what we're doing good for the community or bad for the community?
That's Dr. Umar Johnson. That's his speech. He said, I'm willing to listen to anything that somebody says that's for the liberation and the upliftment of black people.
And we're going to do number 2 on that, number 3 on that CD, because what we're talking about is change how we see things. How can we do that? If you've been eating the same kind of food year in and year out, and you don't see progress, if you've been going around the same kind of people year in and year out, and you don't see progress, if you've been going to the same places, the same kinds of places in different locations,
right,
and you don't see change, positive, productive change in your life, then we need to seriously ask the question of why are we doing this and how can we stop? What can we replace cigarettes with? What can we replace alcohol, Hennessy, beer, all those things? What can we replace barbecue ribs and chicken and all the things you say you like that killed your grandfather, killed your grandmother? How can you stop all the sugar drinks that kill your aunt, your mother, your sister? Because this is the essence of what we're talking about. When you want to control the people, you feed them. We are being fed foods that are destructive to us. Last night I watched 4 videos with a group of people that were phenomenal. Even though they are teaching you about the serious effects, the deadly effects of the food we're eating, they were phenomenal because they had facts. They were professionals in their fields. They were biochemists. They were agriculture people. They were scientists. They have studied, they have researched, and they have proven that when you eat GMO is made up of seed that is made of pesticides, of chemicals that kill. So that when the plant grows, the insect eats it and it kills the insect. It puts a hole in the walls of the insect. That doctors are now finding out, medical doctors are seeing loads of cases of children and adults coming in with holes in the abdomen, holes inside the body. What is eating us? That's why I say it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you.
So being able to live, first and foremost, is predicated on what we eat.
Next one. 3.
What we eat and what we think. Because what we think is driving us to eat, which is what we watch. So it's the senses.
Now the senses are being destroyed. The senses are being destroyed by the foods we eat. And in the combination of that, we're using these. So the DNA is being destroyed. So you have the water has poisons, you have chemtrails that are coming in from the sky, from the air. You have the food you're going to shop with that's chemicalized. And now there's a new policy that they're getting ready to put fluoride in water across the country. So my point to you and the listening audience is, in order for us to live, we have to divest. We have to take our money out of all the things that are destroying us as a people.
So what will allow us to do that?
Well, every day.
First and foremost, there has to be a change. So what changes? The change has to take place in the mind. The change has to take place in the mind because currently we are following what our mind is telling us to do. Our mind is telling us to eat this. Our mind is telling us to watch this. Our mind is telling us to listen to this. Our mind is what's driving our decision making.
Okay, then let's go to the next level. Very good point. Let's go to the next level.
But before
Want
we go,
that change?
can we get some little music?
Let's
just
get a
to-
song.
You know, we want to keep it peace of the morning, and we want to make sure that you understand.
We're going to
this
rush
is
the
about-
revolution.
We're going to rush the revolution?
The revolution is divest, and we're going to rush that.
There we go. Here we go. Bubba Grimes on the ones and twos. Check it out right here. Give us a call if you want to talk to us at 240-455-5934. 240-455-5934.
You got the power, it's deep inside of you. Minutes pass by the hour, yet there's still more work to do. Your baby's lonely, your woman's hungry too. You're working every day and night, and they're steadily making a fool of you. People are talking loud and clear, saying all kinds of things about the government for everybody to hear. Saying nobody wants to die, everybody wants to play. Nobody's taking children serious, we're losing them every day. Things are not the way they used to be before. Slavish ways can't work no more. People are waking up from shore to shore. Rush the revolution. Rush the revolution. Y'all watching you. Rush the revolution. Y'all watching me too. Rush the revolution.
Come on.
Y'all
Time to rush.
watching you.
Yeah. Come on. Trying to get it together. Come on. Trying to get up. You know we get ready for Funky Friday. Ow. Come on. Yeah. Hey, turn that camera up a little bit for me.
Go back to nature.
Oh no, we good. No, it's straight. Oh, no, we good. Yeah, they get to see the whole body. Yeah, we good. Right on. That's right.
All our men in jail.
While public health fails, nothing is the same as it used to be no more.
Get on this. Right.
You can't use those slavish ways like they did before. People come together.
Come on, I went running last night. We gotta get it together, baby. Come on, peace in the morning, get it together. It's a revolution about to happen in America. It's a revolution going on around the world. And we're starting in our own communities. Taking care of ourselves, taking care of our health.
That is the revolution.
That's the revolution.
That is the revolution.
You gotta go nowhere else.
Not
You just
fighting,
take care of
not
home.
shooting,
Take care of
not
home.
killing.
Take care of
Just
home.
Take care of yourself and your home and your
Take care of home. Come on now.
Everybody do it.
That's right. I'm
And
working
keep
to
your
get better,
money.
man. All the brothers, where are you? Come on. Come on, brothers. Come on together. Come on, sisters. Come on together.
There's no sign of justice.
Come on, y'all exercise. Ow.
Sex, crime, and drugs, no society. Revolution.
Look like they gone out to sea.
Wake up, good women, and then you're gone too far. There's no such thing as revolution when you're laying at the bar. Must our leaders start over again? Must our mother's music die and burn? Rush the revolution. Y'all watching you. Rush the revolution. Y'all watching me too. Rush the revolution.
Oh, we gotta rush the revolution.
Hurry it up.
Watching you. Rush the revolution. Y'all watching me too. Rush the revolution. Y'all watching me too. Rush the revolution.
Uh-oh, Funky Friday coming out of it. Yeah.
Rush the revolution.
That's right, rush the
Slide
revolution.
Dunbar. That's the slide Dunbar. You know, Slide Robbie in Jamaica, that's the slide Dunbar mix. Beautiful, brother. He and Dr. Marshall. Rush to the revolution is changing our attitudes. Stop buying. Let the blood roll up in the market. Let the cheese and pizza stay in the store. Make your family healthy. Darius talked about a powerful thing, scholarships. Scholarships is A&T, full ride, $75,000, but you've got to be an all-A student. How can you be an all-A student? You can change the way you think, change what you buy, change how you see things. And how do you do that? Prayer.
Prayer.
Prayer manifestation. He came to me. But this morning, we're praying. We're asking the universe. I always call on my mother and father. I call on all the divine and righteous ancestors. Not all ancestors were righteous and divine.
That's right, pray.
Some of them sold us, beat us out, stole from us. But the ones who prayed, you know the song, Somebody Prayed For Me, had me on their mind, took the time to pray for me. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed for me. So this morning, we're starting a revolution on Peace in the Morning Love Show. That's what we are. Peace in the Morning Love Show. We're a love show.
That's right.
And we're starting a revolution with love. We're asking you to pray for love. Surround the universe with your perfect divine majesty. Surround each and every family, each and every individual with love.
With love.
Open gates, not just doors, but gates for healing power, prosperity through love.
Through love.
Change the minds of these judges and these police and these parents who are not home to secure their children with love. We're asking you to manifest with love. And how do we produce that love? Help us to have the strength to withdraw from the system, to take away from the system our support for those things that are oppressing us. Stop buying alcohol. Stop buying cigarettes. Stop buying a whole lot of pizza and cheese. Stop buying all the heavy meats, things that are destroying your family, destroying your health. You're going to the hospital and you're sitting by the bed watching your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, your child dying from cancer. A hole in the back of the rectum filled from where worms ate out the tissue. All kind of rectal cancer, anal cancer, esophageal cancer, cancer of the skin, cancer of the urinary tract, cancer of the prostate glands. What is happening to us? Cancer of the lungs. Change the way we see things. Start seeing God first and foremost in your life. Look in the mirror and see God in you.
Look in the morning and see love. Look in the mirror and see love.
Because that is God. God is love. And once we manifest this powerful love that we have, we will manifest our God selves. We will start making changes. We will no longer be stopping on the way home to buy cigarettes. We won't be getting outside of church, can't wait to light a cigarette after you just so-called got the quote-unquote word of God. We will start changing. We won't be feeling good about saving the dog and the whale and all the fish and not saving the man or woman you walking on top of who's homeless on the street. We're not going to feel so good about that when we start looking inside of ourselves and manifesting the power of Almighty God, which is love. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Love. So we want to push the love revolution right here on the Peace in the Morning Show. Our revolution, our charge, our call to action is love.
Love.
Push love. Push love in our hearts.
The love revolution.
And start at home, pushing love. Making sure that everybody in your home feels love. Whatever they need to be loved. Whatever you can offer that you can provide to love. Create that loving environment in the homes. Picture what it would look like if our children across the board, house to house, city to city, neighborhood to neighborhood, were loved and they felt cared for. As a matter of fact, I was the sister on the...
That's a good point. Before you go any further, just look at what that would look like.
What would it look like?
If all of us just started loving each other, our children, our families, and ourselves more every day, all day long, running together as a family. Instead of sending the child to go to the store, we all go to the store together. Walking the dog together. Doing the yard together. Doing the laundry together. What would it look like? It would look like a family tree.
That's right. That's right. So I'm starting right now in my own home. I'm putting it out there. You got to push it. You want to see it, then you have to do it. We believe we're action people.
That's right.
This is an action-based communications. This is action-based media.
Action. We want action.
That's right. We want action. We're praying together. We're walking together. We're eating together. All of those things.
Exercising.
Make sure we're exercising together.
Love.
Together. We are putting love back in the home. Because love in the home is what will transcend all of our challenges as it applies to killing ourselves. Because when we love ourselves, we will feed ourselves the right foods.
There you go.
See, I want us to focus on the right foods.
The right food. The right food. The right
because
food.
this is very important. I want you to hear something. When you hear and you see words, then those words become a part of your fabric. So if you promote the words that you want to see and that you want to help you live and grow, then use the words that will help you get there. The greatest example I can give you is when we promote men for domestic peace. What does that say? First of all, we want men who are the majority of the abusers are men in domestic violence situations. So we're saying men. Right. The next word we're saying domestic, which means in the home.
In the home.
And then the next word is peace. So that's peace in the home with men. Either way you look at it. Men in the home are peaceful and creating peaceful environments, or peaceful environments in the home created by men.
Right.
Versus, what do we promote? A domestic violence month. So what is that saying? In the home, violence.
For the whole month.
Month awareness. It doesn't make sense.
But that's how they catch us. They catch us with these words.
So that's how we catch us.
Yeah.
We are taking responsibility for ourselves.
That's how we're caught up.
That's how we caught up.
We're caught up. And how we're going to change that? We're going to prepare the mind for this kind of lifestyle. We're going to take the necessary moves, the necessary order to remove the dead cells and bacteria from our colon, from our bloodstream, from our entire blood system. And we can accomplish this through herbal blood cleansing teas, pure water, organic water, raw food eating habits, raw vegetables, raw fruits, organic, local market food, living foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, sprouts. These are the foods that should be eaten without any cooking whatsoever. You want to talk about zooming fast. You want to talk about being energetic. Watch your beautiful body come into shape and form. Watch your children start to see you differently because you're more beautiful, because you're more ready, because you're more dynamic. And you're more dynamic because you took control over your life. You took control over that kitchen, that refrigerator, those fast food restaurants. All these things we can do immediately. Number one, get rid of all frozen, boxed, packaged, and canned foods, as they are deadly. They lock up your bowels. You cannot have a bowel movement. Too many of our beautiful senior citizens are sitting inside senior citizen homes right now, cannot have a bowel movement. They are locked up, and it is horrific because they watch TV all day. They're trying to take all kind of laxative, but the stool is so hard. It's so hard. It's painful for them to release it. Why are we doing that to ourselves when we can free ourselves? Have 3, 4, 5 bowel movements a day. Drink lots of water. Be there at the children's affair. Be there at prom. Whether you live in the house or not, be there. Be there for your children. Be there for your family members. Whether you stopped talking a long time ago, so call them up and say, I love you. I just called to say I love you, Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say I care. Whether they believe it or not, accept it. Atone for things that you've done that hurt people, that brought people to tears. Atone, apologize. Be big enough, man or woman, to say, I apologize. These are all attributes of love. This is the real God self. Make the God self. Run after the sun. Don't run away from it. Run after the sun. Why do I say that? Anything in a system that you see the bulk of people are trying to destroy, go find out what it is. Find out what's in the sun. Everything is nurtured from the sun. The sun's got power. And we need that power. We've got power. That's why we're locked up, thrown away, everything, all over the world. We can change that just by what Darius said. Love each other. Work together to love one another. Change what we eat. Change how we see things. Eat more raw fruits and vegetables. Chew all the food until it becomes a liquid. Get rid of the cancer. Get rid of the edema. Get rid of the swollen legs and the swollen ankles. Get rid of all excessive fluid and cellulose, heavy weight. Get rid of the tears, the sadness that you feel every day when you wake up or every night when you go to bed. Something is hurting you. You can get rid of that by taking charge of yourself. Taking charge of your life. See the God in you. Stop waiting for somebody to come along with some miracle, some preacher to say some magic word. You've got the magic. You've got the power. You make it happen. It's so easy. How is it easy? When you recognize you're still alive, you have a chance to change.
You said something so powerful. We hurt each other in the home. So in order for us to continue to love, we have to forgive each other in the home.
And correct our mistakes.
And take corrective action and love each other. Forgive each other. So many family members are not communicating with one another, not talking to each other. Keep on loving. People hurt you, people did wrong, we've made mistakes, myself included. People have done things to us intentionally, unintentionally. But if we don't do it, look around, look behind you. There's nobody else there to do it.
It's nobody.
Look over your shoulder. We have to be the change that we want to see.
And we have to start now, today. Today is our revolution.
Love
revolution with love. Love
we are
revolution.
pushing the love.
Peace and love.
Revolution.
Peace in the morning show. The love revolution. That's where we're going every day. The love revolution.
So call us at 240-455-5934, 240-455-5934, and pledge to the love revolution. Brother Bruce Purnell started a Love More campaign. For brothers in Baltimore City started a Be More family campaign. We need more campaigns that are focused on the words that we want to become.
And love makes you free. Messiah wrote a poem a long time ago, not too long. It was 127.99 in homeschool. It says, I am free. And I brought it with me this morning because it's so powerful. It tells you what happens when you love yourself. You recognize your power. He said, I am free. Free to be all I can be. I am free to serve my Creator without fear of status or Satan's law. I am free to stand up for what is right with the help of Almighty God in my inner plight. I am free from the shackles of my mind, my brother, trying to keep me behind time after time. I am free to stand up for the truth, no matter who or what is trying to keep me under the roof of hypocrisy. I am free to advance myself, mentally and physically, knowing there is more to life than developing myself externally. I am free.
I am free. I am free to love.
I am free to love myself.
I am free to love myself. So, in order for us to be able to love our family, we must first start by loving ourselves. And we must help children to love themselves by teaching them how beautiful they are, how bright they are, how creative they are. We must teach and encourage and love the folks that we are engaged in a relationship with that are building the home. And if you are the only provider in the home, then you must love yourself.
That's right.
First, we must love ourselves in spite of all the things that we've heard negative about ourselves from other people.
And we show that. You have to show that you love yourself. You can say it as words, I love myself, but what does that really mean? People will see you love yourself when they see how you care for yourself. When they see how you do things around your home, around your environment, around your life, mental, physical, spiritual self, how you help other people, how you're not judgmental, how you're always showing care and consideration, compassion, and how you're fortified with discipline, tenacity, stick-to-itiveness, how you say that you're going to do something and you do it. All of these are forms of I love myself.
I walk. I exercise.
That's right.
I love myself.
And you let people see you out there doing it, so they know you love yourself. Because I'll tell you something, you can't fake exercising. You can't just sit around and say, I worked out yesterday. You know you didn't work out.
Well, and
the people around you believe you because you said it.
That's right.
But you keep just getting some kind of look that drowns you down, that proves that you're not working out. So I'm saying that to say, you can't pretend you love somebody.
Love yourself some more.
You gotta love yourself for real.
You're either in or out of doors.
And we're gonna play some nice music.
That's right.
He has it right. He has it right there.
What's number?
Number 8.
Number 8. Love yourself some more. You've got the love.
You got the love.
In the forest. Leave you. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Right here on the Piece of the Morning Show. We're pushing the love revolution. In the forest.
Oh, no, that's not it.
I know, we're going to go to the next. You're right. She was wrong.
Ow.
Number 9. We're going to go to number 9. Just because of our time. That's how it is live in the studio.
Well, you know, and that's a powerful song. We're going to play that one day.
That's right.
In the forest.
Well, the reason why it's important to love the forest is because it's important to love the trees.
And the
Because
trees put out oxygen.
The trees put out oxygen, which gives us an opportunity to love ourselves. But this is one of the toughest songs in the world, in the universe, done by Queen Isudu Bay and the Earth Blessings Royal Court Orchestra.
Like, I love Bubba Grimes.
Check it out, check it out.
That's why I always hug him, and I want the whole studio to know.
Turn up a little bit, baby. Please, just a pinch. Wow.
You know why.
Wow. That's right, because in the Piece of the Morning Show, we have energy, baby. We get to work. Yeah. Why you don't get Bubba over here and dance with it? Don't get Bubba on this. Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah. Woo! You got those things that tear my heart apart. So please don't use those tools and break my heart. Cause you got the love. Oh yeah, you got the love.
Oh, wait over there.
You got the love. Everybody got the love.
Come on.
Your grandmother got the love. Go earn some clothes for her. Go take somebody to the store. Go to the house and pray with them. Go show them that you care about them. Go put the parents together. Go put the children together. Put the cousins together. Have a party. Have a family reunion.
You're the only one who's got the love. Oh, you're the only one I'm thinking of. 'Cause you got the love. Oh yeah, you got that kiss. Got that kind of kiss I don't wanna miss. Oh. Just like this. Yeah, good. Got the love. Oh yeah, you got my heart. You got those girls that tear my heart apart. So please don't use those tools and break my heart. 'Cause you got the love. Oh yeah, you got the love. Piece of the Morning got the love. What you got, baby? You got the love?
We got the love. Daddy got the love.
Mama got the love.
Bubba Grimes got the love.
You got the love.
I got the
What's
love.
up, Facebook Live? You got the love. Come on, come on. She got the love. She got the love. They got the love. They got the love.
Mama got
The love. Daddy got the love. Bobby got the love.
You got the love. Woo! You got the love.
Come on, come on, come on. We got the love. You got love.
You got the love.
All the brothers locked down. Come on, let's start loving each other. Let's
Yeah,
start loving each other. Let's start building each other. Let's start supporting
Speak
each
to
other.
people when you see them.
Let's start taking
Break
people
that
to the next
habit of
level.
being silent. Let's start speaking to people when you see
All day long, say what's up, peace and love.
Yeah, peace and love.
What's up, say good morning, love.
Action.
What's up, say action, love.
Action.
Let's say action, love. Let's say how you doing? I'm feeling lovely. Just doing love.
Pastor Hassan. What's up, Terry Jones? What's up, Carl Howell?
That's right.
Sandra Johnson from Atlanta, Georgia.
Call us up if you want to love.
Singing We Got the Love. Skip Williams. On time. Love. We got the love. We got the love. We got the love. Mama got the love.
Daddy
Yeah, we got the love.
Yeah, that's a tune-up, a warm-up for Funky Friday, in case you didn't know. Because you know what we're going to do on Funky Friday on the Peace in the Morning Show. We might bring Del Funk, we might bring Ice Cube, we might bring anybody that's going to show you what love do. And that's what Messiah says. Don't show me what love says, show me what love do. Come on now, that's right. Thank you, Mom, for that beautiful song. Bubba Grimes, we winded it one more time as we start to roll out with the Peace of the Morning Show. We have 4 minutes left on the Peace of the Morning Show, so I want to just take this opportunity. There are folks who have lost loved ones.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Queen talked a little in the beginning of the show about praying to our good and righteous ancestors. Righteous does not mean that they were perfect. They mean that their intent was working to good.
Yeah.
They were working always to help people, always helping to push people to the next level, always showing love as much as they could. And understand that all of us are hurt at times. All of us go through pain and may not always display that love. But for those who have lost loved ones, understand that we are spirits. We're in the physical form. You can see us, you can touch us, you can feel us. But our spirits travel throughout the universe eternally. So that spirit is still with you. That spirit is still among you. And although it's hard to not be able to see that person every day, I want you to just embrace the fact that their love and their spirit is still with you.
Right.
So if you just experienced a young sister, Shawnee Thomas, and the Charmaine Thomas and their family, you know, the young brother, you know, to your family, God bless you. All the others who lost loved ones, all of the sisters who lost their sons and fathers, my good brother Charles Carroll, my good brother Irvin Crowley, my cousin Beams, those who lost their sons, you know, all the sisters around the world and brothers and children that are separated from their moms and dads, no longer able to see them. Think about the people in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think the name that you talked about is Philando Castile.
Philando Castile.
Philando Castile was the brother who was killed, 32-year-old. He was a school cafeteria worker from St. Paul, Minnesota. Salute his mother's very, very hurt. And she's just taken to Facebook and to social media to say all kind of things. She's cussing, she's angry, she tried to keep it, but I can tell you it's hard when you've lost a loved one just because somebody hates. It's one thing when somebody dies, they're sick, you love them, but there's a different kind of pain when you know somebody was killed because they loved life. He loved the country. He loved the state that he was in, and she felt like the state killed her son. So I say that to say there are all kinds of grief that we have when we lose a loved one. Don't lose your soul in the process.
Keep on loving.
Keep on loving.
Love, in spite of, love is an action word, and love endures pain. Keep on loving. You know, this is the love. We're on a high. We're going on that love revolution.
Love revolution.
Love revolution.
Love revolution.
And I thank all those people who continue to love in spite of. Keep on loving. Keep on pushing.
Keep on loving. Don't stop.
As we continue to move through the Peace of the Morning, we want you to make this pledge today. Reach out to us on our Facebook page, Peace in the Morning with Darius A. Stanton. Reach out to us to Queens of the World. On LinkedIn, and Queen Ayasudabey.
And Queen to the World 1, the number 1 at gmail.com. Email me, I'll send you all kind of powerful information, those videos I was talking about.
Give it to them again.
On GMO, on love, my music, everything. Queen to the World, the number 1 at gmail.com.
So here's the peaceful moment for the day, for the Peace of the Morning show. Let's start to love ourselves so we can love everybody else. Remember, love starts at home. We want to love ourselves so we can love everybody else. Start to love yourself better. Start to love yourself more. Start to eat the things that show yourself that you love yourself. Start to read the things that will help you be better about yourself. Start to watch things on television and study things on the internet that teach you how to love yourself. Start to love and pray more. Go inside yourself and push the sun, push the love, push the energy to the next level. Love yourself some more. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Queen on the Peace in the Morning show. Here we go. Peace in the morning.
Love in the morning show.
Amen, amen.
Amen.
Thanks so much, Brother Brown. And you know what time it is, so tomorrow you better get ready, because you know we're going to funk it up on Funky Friday. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to funk it up. We're going to funk it up. Funk it up, funk it up, funk it up. That's right. Come on. Ow. Bam. Come on, man. Ow. I don't want to give up too much for Funky Friday, but you can just believe. We're going to funk it up tomorrow. What's up? You coming in the studio with us tomorrow. We're going to be in here funking it. Ow. Oh, yeah. Try and watch this service, wouldn't let them get through. No, they're in there. Yeah, it's a great topic. Revolution.